I don't remember anything about my last update, so I'm just gonna give a generalized update here. So turns out I was not pregnant last month, and I had a very long abnormal cycle for myself. I'm usually very consistent. I don't know if it was because I was sick the month prior and it just threw my cycle for a loop. This month I decided to just kind of take a step back, so I didn't temp until my period was completed, and I didn't start doing LH strips until day 14. It is, I don't know, 5 days later, something like that. I'm doing the last of my LH strips because that's all I had left after last month, and this will be my last one for this cycle that I do, and I guess we'll see. I feel like ovulation week always ends up being a shit week, basically. It's always the week that PD ends up not being able to sleep in his own bed and wakes me up at all hours, so I think my temps have been all over the place, and I had a very stressful Sunday, and I don't know. That's where I'm at. So I'm trying not to overdo it this month. I am not even checking my apps I normally check in. I like looking the mommy apps and just reading people's experiences and things. So I haven't even been doing that this month. I have barely been checking my other apps. So just trying to go with the flow this month and not worry so much. I don't know. I haven't really been reading anything. Just trying to be healthy and enjoy life, I guess. I don't know. So I'm just trying to see if, oh, I got marker all over my hand. Trying to see if I get a positive test. I had a high one. My first one that I did a set was higher. And then all the other ones have been, I mean, it wasn't positive high, but it was the highest that I've had out of all of these. It was like 0.4 or something. I don't think this one's going to be positive either, since the control is darker than the testing line. So we'll just kind of see what happens. I think yesterday was the last possible day of like a normal ovulation for me. I just want to know if maybe my cycles are just all messed up, but I don't have enough LH strips to figure that out, and I really don't want to sit and think about it. Again, I had another stressful week, so, and then also I could have caught potentially the test late. I don't know. I'll update you when this test is done. Day 14 of my cycle, and my temperature has kept going up, and my PMS symptoms have disappeared. So I'm going to take a chance and test. So I'll talk about it more in a second. Chance, I guess I'll see what happens tomorrow. My period's supposed to start. The only thing I have right now is tender nipples. My cramping that I had 3 days ago, and a little bit yesterday has completely disappeared. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. It's day 15 and there's still no period, and my temperature is still on the higher end. I don't know. So we're gonna test again. Let's do it honestly, I think. Okay, so I took a pregnancy test this morning. I don't even know what cycle I'm on because, okay, I know how many cycles since my miscarriage. It's been about 8 cycles because it was the end of the year. That makes sense. Anyways, I took a test this morning and it was a very faint positive. But I have like a weird thing about reality sometimes. Like, is it real? Is it not? I sent it into one of my mommy chat things, pre-mom app, maybe. And everybody was saying yes, it is positive. My husband was like, I can see a line, but it doesn't count. So he can actually see it. Well, I'm taking one right now, waiting for it to finish darkening. Even though it is 6:40 in the evening and you're supposed to use first morning urine, but it's looking like it's an obvious line. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I don't know what to feel. Because it has been a very long year. I'll tell you a little bit about the cycle. I went and had an OB appointment in July. Finally got my yearly stuff done. And I was worried there's just something wrong with me because I was having spotting and I kept putting the appointment off. I usually do them in March and I didn't do it till June or July. And I was worried about the spotting, so she said, let's go ahead and do an ultrasound. So I scheduled an ultrasound. I couldn't get it with my normal doctor. I went to a different doctor within the practice, and so went the same ultrasound. My alarm went off and stopped my filming. Anyways, but this doctor was different. She wasn't a OB. She was something else. I can't remember off the top of my head. Well, I'm sure she was in the related thing, but it was a different abbreviation and I can't remember what it is at the top of my head right now. But she was, I read her like descriptions and stuff, and she was a lot more like about the mental health and things. And I love my doctor, my normal doctor. But since I just turned 35 in June, she was like, you know, it's been so many months since you've had any positive results. If you want to try fertility, she went ahead and did blood things for me. All of those came back normal. She went ahead and put me on letrozole. I don't know how it's pronounced, so don't come for me. Letrozole, which made me feel awful, by the way. I will talk about that experience. So this was my first cycle on it. It was also my first cycle that I wasn't super stressed out. First cycle that I really focused on just eating right. I lost a couple of pounds. But now here we are. And that is definitely pink. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it or not. I might do the front camera. Hold on just a second. I definitely see it, especially on the camera. So I see it more on the camera than I do with my own eyes. But it's darker than it was this morning. So that's good, because I'm having a little bit of cramping and back aches, which I had back aches with Katie, so it's pretty exciting. My timers are going off to get started on my dinners, so I'm gonna go show this to my husband. So I'll try to film it. He's probably grumpy. Is this one real?
Still very faint.
It's more obvious than it was this morning. What?
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
It's more obvious than it was this morning. Do you not think so?
Still hard to see. I would think it'd be a lot brighter.
Well, as you can see, men really don't understand the concept of if it's there any line in that little testing zone, it's positive. As long as the control line is there. So we'll see. I'll take another one tomorrow. I also have a digital. I can't believe it. I think it's not real yet for me. See what happens.